All right, another week. So today my niece is getting married, so that's cool. I think last time I reported in my video I wasn't doing very good, like kind of just feeling down and depressed after, I had all that stuff in New York that I worked on, and then like after that I felt kind of drained and down. And it continued a bit this past week, and then I saw my doctor Wednesday, and I like her, so like I'm being like critical of it, but I didn't, I told her I was like feeling down and stuff, and she said something like, well, if you're thinking of, she sort of suggested, oh, maybe we should put you back on Lamictal. And I was just like, nah, I don't know if you get it. Like, I'm not going back on these drugs. If, it was frustrating because I looked at it and I said, well, if I'm coming to you for help, and the way that you think you can help me is by giving me a medication, and that's like your tool, then maybe I need to go somewhere else to get help. And I don't, not to say like, oh, I'm just comfortable. Sorry, there we go. Not to say I'm like, oh, I'm just comfortable with this doctor, but I do have a history with her. She knows me pretty well. I've seen her for like 4 years or something. But again, if like really all she like can do is do that, that's not great. But I decided so that I would talk to her. I see her like once a month. And I said, listen, like I got like a lot of personal stuff. We got like the medication shit out of here. I want to go beyond that and solve whatever these problems I got going on are that are the cause, so it's like, obviously there's some kind of issues that cause me, let's call it emotional distress. And I've got ways of resolving that, whether, I also started doing yoga again a couple days ago because I talked to my yoga teacher and she's like, Jim, do the practice, do it. The quality of your practice is based on how present your mind is and whether you want to, but don't not do it just because you're, not feeling great or that your heart's not in it. She's like, do it. So, yeah, but like I go hiking, exercise, eat well. I do all these things, which are great to like address and relieve stress and to like balance me out. But it's not quite addressing the question of like, why do I have that kind of stress and stuff going on in my life to begin with? All right, so it's good I can deal with it. I'm not going crazy. I'm not losing my mind. Things are going pretty well, but like it's still there underneath it all. And I'd like to get to the root of that and figure out like what the fuck's going on. So I'm going to talk to her again in a couple weeks. I'm not going on any medications or anything. That ship has sailed. Though it does make me a little bit nervous because if, there's like this kind of coercion thing. So let's say that I do something wrong. I go out and, I don't know, I lose my mind in some way and I get in trouble with the police. And then they go to my doctor now and, they're like, oh, this guy used to be a mental patient. He's not taking his medications. My doctor could say, hey, I work with Jim. I've been working with him. And, we've been working together and no, he's not on medication, but that's something we're working out. He's compliant and all that. That works in my favor. If she at some point is to suggest that I go on medications and I say, no, I don't want to, that could then be used against me in a way. So I don't love there's, you could see that there's like a bit of an imbalance here in my relationship with the doctor. Even though I do like her, it's not perfect, but there's something still there that I don't like. Because I don't want her to say, you should go on these, and me say no. And then somehow there's like a legal thing. Maybe I should see somebody else and kind of say, all right, got off the fucking meds, put that chapter behind me and move on. I also feel like, that doctor did play a role in me getting off meds, and that was a good person. I don't want to like ditch a useful ally. So we'll see. I'm not, and also everything wasn't like built in a night, so she knows that I kind of want to dive into other issues that I got. We got a call scheduled in a couple weeks. I'm going to Ireland next week. I'll be there for a month. I've been starting to get some stress about like going to Ireland and planning out to do some comedy while I'm there, and then also wanting to do these like comedy shows or workshops or whatever in the US when I get back. And Now, I've had it in my head and my radar, like, that's what I want to do. It's just, like, the logistics of it. Like, definitely, like, I can book promoting the shows, you know. Figuring out which cities do I want to go to. You know, there's some little complications in the travel that I wanted to, like, go down and up the coast. But unfortunately, there are events going on. Basically, the very beginning of July, there's an event in Long Island. And the very beginning of August, there's an event in Washington, D.C. So that's kind of fucked up in a way, because it's like, oh, so you're going to go down and then back up. Like, it kind of throws off the map a bit. But whatever, I'll work through it. Just wanted to do a check-in kind of video, and should be fun today. It's a wedding. It'll be cool. All right, peace.